Welcome to part 3 of me ranking Iron Maiden's albums from worst to best. Here's what you missed, and let's get to it. All right, coming in at number 11, we have X Factor. And right off the bat, I will say that 2 AM is my top sleeper song of this whole discography. It's vulnerable, it's melancholy, it describes somewhere that we've all been. It's kind of pleading and sounds a little bit hopeful at the same time. Aside from that, this album opens with one of the best 3-song stacks in the discography with Sign of the Cross, Lord of the Flies, and Man on Edge, each bringing its unique atmosphere and a very distinct, diverse feeling. Sign of the Cross is just monumental to see live too. And things definitely slow down in the middle of this thing, but again, I think the Blaze albums are meant to give you a rich experience if you sit down and give it the time. Like Judgment of Heaven, for example. The verses are kind of awkward in the beginning, but the payoff at the bridge and the chorus are well worth the wait. Unfortunately, this isn't true for all of the songs. Like Blood on the World's Hands, it's kind of fun to explore the abstraction of what's going on in the beginning, but it doesn't really pay off. It just kind of rambles on. And it ends on kind of a dud, The Unbeliever. I mean, Blaze kind of steps out of his pocket and I don't really think it lands very well. All right, for number 10, I got The Final Frontier. This one always kind of felt like Brave New World to me in tone and theme. Of course, Iron Maiden always treats the concept of adventuring and moving into the unknown phenomenally, and this album is no exception. I will say I legitimately do not like Satellite 15, and it's often difficult for me to get through it in order to get to the better Final Frontier part of the song. I mean, nearly 5 whole minutes of unsatisfying tension before the song starts. Make them separate tracks at least so I can skip that one immediately and start listening to Final Frontier. It's like, oh, here's Ace is High, but first you have to listen to 5 minutes of duct tape being ripped off of a surface. Okay, sorry. With that out of the way, I think that this album follows the Iron Maiden trend of ending their albums with some of their best, longest, and most creative songs. When the Wild Wind Blows is unimpeachably the best song on this album. And The Talisman actually ended up on my workout playlist. It's just a story that pumps you full of energy. All right, number 9 is Brave New World. Definitely one of their most purely melodic albums out there, which is no surprise because it's the first album with the wall of guitars. That is the triple threat of Yannick Gers, Adrian Smith, and Dave Murray all on guitar. And instead of overcrowding the music like you might think, it's perfectly layered, kind of like lasagna, like guitar lasagna. Anyway, it's just continuous harmonized guitars from all directions and awesome solo pieces stacked one on top of the other. I would say this album is no skips, but I do find myself moving along to the next song in the middle of, say, The Mercenary or Dream of Mirrors. And I guess that counts as skips or half skips. But this album represents a collection of some of the most melodically beautiful songs that Iron Maiden have produced.